Hello, everyone. It's I, the Manchester Storm here, and today I've got Tyler Hinam with me, and we're going to get to know him a bit better. So, thank you so much for joining us, Tyler.
No worries. Happy to be here.
We only got your announcement just yesterday. How long have things been going on behind the scene of you getting sorted to come and join us?
I think it was about a week or so, but I'm guessing they had some announcements that were already under wraps and ready to go. So yeah, it came out about a week late after the paperwork was done. But yeah, I'm happy it's been announced and I'm ready to get started and really excited to be in Manchester.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I mean, at the minute we had a really slow start to kind of the release dates of our signing, so everyone's sort of chomping at the bit, and now they're coming in at like 3 a week, which is
Yeah.
it's heavy and good. So I've had a little look at your career, sort of on elite prospects. I'll be honest, as there's not a lot about you on the internet to find, but it looks as though you've had some great opportunities so far. What have been your personal highlights?
I think my personal biggest highlight would be my 19-year-old season in junior. My team, the Rouyn-Noranda Huskies, we were fortunate enough to win the Memorial Cup, which is the national championship for major junior in Canada. So I think the tournament was actually held in Halifax, close to where I'm from. So I think a lot of my friends and family were able to come to the tournament, watch, and the town that I played in was actually about a 25-hour drive from home.
Oh, wow.
So over that 4-year span, my parents and family really didn't get to see me play a whole lot, and I didn't really get to see them a whole lot. So it was really cool that near the end of my career at such a big stage that they were able to be there and support me and watch in the building, and we ended up winning, which was, it just kind of all came to a Cinderella ending.
Together, yeah, sort of the peak moment of it. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I suppose talking about playing away from home, I mean, this is probably the furthest that you're going to get to playing away from home.
Yeah.
What's made you want to come overseas?
A bunch of different things. I think I've never been to Europe at all. So I think part of seeing the world is I'm really excited to see that and kind of experience a new culture, a new way of life, and kind of seeing the world, a new challenge. I've talked a lot with the coach and the GM, and I'm really excited to get started. I think it's going to be a good fit, and yeah, I think that there's been a bunch of different reasons, but I think just weighing the pros and cons, I think Manchester was just the best spot for me.
Yeah. I saw your dad used to play soccer, or football as we call it over here. Is he hyped to come and visit, with Manchester being such a big football city?
Yeah, both my parents actually played university level soccer or football in Canada. So my dad played at Acadia University, where I ended up playing hockey, and then my mom also played soccer at the University of Guelph in Ontario.
Oh,
so
nice.
I guess I probably should be a footballer. So I'm not sure what really happened, but yeah,
We're glad you're not.
they're both pretty excited to catch some football games, and it's a pretty good city to be in for that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think with there being two big ones, you're going to have to choose early, sort of where you go, pledge your allegiance, because it gets a bit feisty up here. But
I heard.
Yeah. So I suppose one of the things I've noticed, you got an opportunity to play in the AHL, which is phenomenal, kind of, at your age. How was that?
It was an awesome experience. It was really eye-opening. I was fortunate enough that the team that I got called up to, I had a few old teammates from junior, so there was some familiar faces there. So that made kind of the transition a little bit easier. I was able to kind of move into it. One of my old buddies, Igor Sokolov, I played with him for the Cape Breton Eagles. So for like the month that I was there, I was pretty much just living in his basement, hanging out with him. So that was awesome. He kind of took me under his wing there and made me feel really comfortable. And it was just a really good eye-opening experience, how fast and how good that hockey is. And like, to just never be complacent. Like you can always get so much better, and there's always going to be players better than you and things that you can work on. So I think it was just kind of eye-opening, and it was a really good experience for me to kind of get a taste of that level of hockey and understand where I need to grow as a player to reach a higher level.
Yeah. And I suppose in terms of kind of your play style and how that kind of fits sort of the elite league, I guess,
Yeah.
Do you see much differences in where you've played so far? A lot of people compare kind of the East Coast League to the elite league.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard is it's a similar style. It's a little bit rougher and more physical than some of maybe the other European leagues, which I don't mind at all. I think the physical part of my game, it's part of the game, and it's a part of the game that I enjoy. I love competing and battling, and I think that gives me an edge a little bit, because I think it's no secret some guys don't, and some guys want to play on the perimeter, some guys want to just play power play, and they just want it easy, and that's just the reality, where I think I really do love competing and love that hard side of the game. So yeah, I'm prepared for it, I'm ready for it, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, I've read a lot about kind of how other people have described your play style, and people saying you're gritty, you battle on the boards, you play like a Bruin. Is that how you see yourself?
Yeah, I think I really take pride of my work ethic and my compete level, and I try to let my skills just kind of take care of itself in terms of like an offensive game. I think when I'm just working hard and focusing on myself and playing hard and playing the game the right way, I think everything else kind of falls into place. So I think that's just something that I've always really focused on. Something that my parents have always, preached. I think they didn't know a ton about hockey growing up. So I think they always just preached, like, just work as hard as you can. And it all kind of worked out. So yeah, I think that's kind of like my style. And I like to try to, bring a little bit of everything to the game.
Yeah. You mentioned before about how in the past sort of, playing with the teammates, I suppose. Do you know anyone, or have you played against anyone so far that you're going to be with? I think you played with Johnny Corneal at Acadia.
I did, yeah. I think Johnny's the only one so far. There's been a few U Sports guys, but I don't think we crossed paths during my time playing for Acadia. But I was fortunate enough to play with Johnny for a year and a half. He's a great guy, and I'm looking forward to getting to Manchester with him.
Yeah, definitely. I suppose we don't know a great deal about him so far. His interview with Storm TV has only just come out, so like 45 seconds ago. So
oh, really?
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to sort of see what he's going to bring to the table. And no one else from the league, I suppose, that you bumped into. I don't know if there's anyone.
I know Stephen Johnson played for St. Mary's, but that was kind of before my time. I know Cameron Critchlow played for UNB. Garcia played for Carleton, but we don't cross over with that league until nationals, and that didn't happen when I was there. And I think Tremblay played for McGill, if I saw that correctly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just off the top of my head. I think there's a few U Sports guys, but yeah, Johnny's the only one that I've really crossed. Johnny Corneal is the only one that I've really crossed paths with.
Okay. That'd be interesting. I suppose a little bit of time to kind of adjust and sort of get used to not just the team, but I guess a whole kind of new league and finding out who's who.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So going way back, Tyler, then, so what, parents into footy, you didn't follow that path. What got you into hockey?
I don't really know. I think my dad, his first job out of university was actually, he was working in the marketing department for the Halifax Mooseheads, which is a local major junior team in the Halifax area. So I think maybe just the fact that he was bringing me to the games, I guess, probably just, like young. He was only 24 when he had me. So I'm sure that he didn't really have a lot of resources. So he probably had to bring me to work a lot. And I'm sure just me being around the rinks and being around like a hockey environment from a really young age, maybe had a role in that. But I think I really just remember just growing up playing street hockey every day. I think just growing up, kind of kids in my neighborhood, that's kind of what we did. It was kind of after school, we'd come home and we'd play street hockey. And I think it just kind of blossomed from there. And it's something that I ended up just kind of being good at and kind of rolled with, and I love it, and I still love it. And yeah, I think it was more just kind of stemmed really naturally, and it was something that was fun for me. And I think, it's just blossomed from there.
Am I right in thinking you weren't always a forward? I think I saw somewhere that you played.
Yeah, I get that question a little bit. So I think that year our team was a little bit heavier up front in talent, and maybe we were a little weaker on the back end. So I think my coach asked me before the year if he could kind of put me on the roster as a defenseman, and if we needed, if we were playing a bigger game and they needed to maybe play me a little bit more minutes, maybe I'd play D those games. Just so we could get some more of the top talent on the ice for as much as possible, kind of thing. So I think I didn't play that full season defense. So I think that thing on my elite prospects, where it's like most points as a defenseman, it's a little rigged, because I feel bad for the other D men who are actually competing for that, because I played forward for a good half the games.
Sure.
But yeah, no. I've been a forward. I played D when I was in Adam, which is about U11 here in Canada. But then I don't know. I was just a young kid and I wanted to score goals, so I started playing forward. And I don't know if my Bantam coach knew that, or just from the fact that I think I play a strong 200-foot game, that he thought maybe he could play me on the back end and it might work better for the team. So yeah, I agreed to that and just played some games on D. And I think it just worked out that on the roster I was a defenseman for logistics purposes. And then yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And really found your home sort of within forwards and playing that up front. So outside of hockey, what sort of things are you interested in? What do you get up to when you're not on the ice?
This is my first summer not playing. But I used to play lacrosse. I played lacrosse growing up. So I played indoor box lacrosse is what we play here in Canada. So I played all through junior. So I'd go play hockey in the winters, then I'd come home, go to the gym a few times a week in the mornings, and then pretty much at nighttime I'd be playing lacrosse. And it kind of gave me a nice break from hockey a little bit in the summers, and that way I was always kind of fresh and ready to go again for the next hockey season. I like golfing. I'm not great at it, but yeah, I like golfing with my buddies. A lot of my buddies are really good and they golf around here, so I try to get out with them a lot. But as for now, I'm kind of just in hockey now. I've kind of aged out of everything else, but I still like to play golf for fun once in a while. But I played lacrosse growing up too.
Yeah. Okay. So really, sports in all aspects, then kind of just soaking up every kind of sport that you can.
Yeah, I think my parents put me in pretty much every sport when I was a kid, at least all the normal ones, like soccer, baseball, hockey. I did some kayak, lacrosse, golf. So I think they just kind of like they put me in everything and kind of just let me figure out what I liked and what I wanted to do, and I was able to do that. So I'm thankful for them that they kind of let me experience all those different things and find out what I really truly loved, and that ended up being hockey, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I suppose we've talked about how Manchester sort of city of football. At the same time, it's renowned for its kind of music and sort of scenes around culture. If we were in warm-ups and your playlist was being boomed out over the storm shelter, what would we hear?
Oh, geez. I think I listen to mostly like country music. I like some acoustic music too. Some just I'm not really big into like the gangster rap and the fast talking stuff. I like to listen to a lot of country. I'm actually going to a concert this Saturday night. Chris Stapleton. He's one of my favorite people to listen to. So I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, I think I'd be rocking some country music, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you'll have to see sort of who's passing through in your time here, because I think we've got maybe 6 venues for music, so there's just a constant stream of gigs.
Yeah, I that's what I heard. I heard the city's awesome. There's always something to do, and I think it's a great place to live, is what I've heard. So that was also another big positive. Join the storm.
Yeah. So in terms of your summer, then, kind of what we've got, maybe like a month and a little bit before you come over to us. What have you been doing, and what have you got planned before you head over?
Yeah, so I kind of got home and I took a solid 3-4 weeks off, like lifting and doing hard stuff, just to kind of let the body recover and relax. My girlfriend's from Victoria, British Columbia, which is on the other side of Canada. So we went out there for 2 weeks, just kind of visit her family and kind of see out there. I had only been out there once, and it was during the winter. So it was really cool to go during the summer and kind of experience the nicer weather time of British Columbia. So I did that. And then since I got home, I've just kind of been training, going to the gym. I started skating about last week, and then from there on out, I'll be on the ice probably about 3 times a week, and then in the gym a few times a week, and then other than that, just trying to enjoy my summer and counting down the days until I'm hopping on that flight to Manchester.
Yeah. So it still sounds really active, from my point of view, still kind of, getting involved in a lot of things. Doesn't sound like a lot of downtime or traveling or I know you've done a bit of traveling, but seems go.
Yeah, no, it's been a go summer for sure, but I like that. I'm not a guy that's just gonna sit in one place and do nothing. So yeah. I gotta get moving and do something pretty much every day, I think.
Yeah. So last kind of main question, I suppose, is a question that's coming up with everyone. I don't know if you're aware, but there's another podcast called 2 Ls and Hockey Tales with Wally, and he's an ex-Cardiff player.
Yep.
And he managed to start a thing going where when Manchester win, we all throw chocolate bars on the ice for the players. And the fans are incredibly invested. So they're importing chocolate bars, they're writing notes on them. When we get that first win, what do you need thrown on the ice for you? What's your favorite?
Oh, like it's hard to pick. They're all great. Can't go wrong with a Mars bar though. They're pretty solid.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll go with a Mars bar.
Good stuff. I
Yeah.
don't think we've heard that one, so you might know which ones are yours.
Okay, perfect.
Good. Which is good. Great stuff. So as we kind of close out then, Tyler, any last words for everyone waiting for your arrival over here?
Yeah, I'm really excited to get over. It's going to be a new experience for me. I've heard great things about the town, the fans. I saw something on Twitter today that the season ticket holders are up 30% or something like that. So, I think there's a lot of buzz around the team, and I'm joining the team at a really exciting and good time. And, I hope we can make some noise and go far and hopefully win the championship this year. I think that'd be a great goal. And I'm really just looking forward to getting over to Manchester, seeing the city, meeting the guys, meeting the coaching staff, meeting everybody, meeting the fans, and just having some fun.
Good stuff. Well, enjoy the rest of your summer, and we will catch up with you in September.
Awesome. Thank you very much. We'll see you then.